Hello everybody and welcome back to another rebuild. It's Newcastle United we're going to be doing this time. We know they have been taken over recently with a lot of cash involved, and with the new 22-23 update we have seen some of these transfers coming through. Even though we are in the 21-22 season, it is an update to transfers for the following season, so you'll have to bear with, like we did with the Forest one last time, which was quite a good one. We managed to keep them in the Premiership and establish themselves mid-table at least anyway. But if you haven't seen that video, go back and check it out. It's quite a good one. Difficult one, mind, but it is a good one all the same. So Newcastle might be on the other end of the spectrum with loads of cash, with just the ability to go on and on and on. So let's have a look at some of their feats then so far. Newcastle are heaped in history. They have won the Premiership, or the old Division 1, 4 times. The last one coming in 1927. So a very long time. Nearly 100 years ago. So we're only about 4 years off that. The Euro Cup as was in 1969, and they've won the FA Cup a staggering 6 times. The last time coming in 1955. Enjoying majority of their wins in the 1950s. Squad-wise, there has been some transfers, like I say. Nick Pope is at the club. Sven Botman and Matt Taggart as well. He's at the club. Matthew Taggart, or Target. Left back. Looks pretty decent, actually, for a left back, actually. Botman, again, a left back, but I think we're going to be playing him majority of the time in the middle. He is reasonably quick, but he's got a good jumping reach and great heading, so hopefully he'll do well. And at 6'4", we want him going up forward as well, and he's only 21 years old. And Nick Pope as well. He isn't as good as Dubravka, actually, which I was quite surprised at, but Dubravka is getting on a little bit, and probably one of them players we are looking to move on. So if we have a look at the overview, Dubravka, I mean, he is 32. Nick Pope's 29. Maybe a wrong move for Newcastle to go for this player. I don't know. We'll have faith with Nick Pope and see what he can do. Maybe he might improve. Who knows? But he is at his potential already. So whether he might get to a 5-star, we just don't know. So we'll see what happens. Also going through the squad as well, if we have a look, they've got 4 goalkeepers. We don't need that many, so we're going to have to offload. So Dubravka is going to be one of those players that we're going to be moving along. And then it's a toss-up between Darlow and Gillespie. At the back, we got Fernandez in the centre. Lascelles as well. Clark. Shaw as well. I didn't realise we had Shaw. Fabian Shaw. I think he's quite a good player, but 29 years old again. Quite a lot of ageing at the back as well. I know Newcastle are looking at strengthening their back line and bringing younger players in. There are a list of rumoured players they are looking at as well, so we're going to be going through them very, very quickly as well. We got Dummett as well, 29 years. So a lot of aging players at the back. Well, centre back option anyway. So we want to bring in somebody younger in there as well, if we can. Botman, Alex Murphy, a left back or central, only 17 years old. I think he's a player that we should really be sticking out in the youth team or sending him out on loan. Trippier as well, right back. Very, very good player. Has been on the tongues of Man United as well. Maybe we offload and bring somebody else in, or maybe we just hang on to him for a little bit longer. He's contracted for another 3 years, so I think we might just hang on to him. I don't think there's any other better options out there. Lewis Byrne. We've got Manquillo, Murphy, Gomez, Shelby as well, 29-year-old. May get offers for him. Might be time to move him along, maybe. Isaac Hayden, he's out on loan currently, so maybe somebody we can bring back, 26 years old. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. Sean Longstaff, we signed him at Forest, actually, to be fair. Matt Ritchie, Willock, Joe Linton, Ryan Fraser, Almiron. We've got Maximin, one of our better players. Chris Wood, striker. Callum Wilson and Dwight Gale. Some of the players that they are looking at, though, is Alex Isaac, striker. Armando Broja from Chelsea, actually, a wonder kid. Both looking at around about £80 million. Ivan Toney from Brentford, I believe, £37 million. I mean, that is an option as well. Musa Diaby, Anthony Gordon, Marco Asensio, which would be quite good to bring into the club as well as a cam roll. Finances, we've got £89 million, nearly £90 million. Hopefully, if we've got 100% transfer kitty as well. So if we manage to sell some players as well, we can put all that into the kitty and get some of these players on that list if we can. We'll try and do it all in this window and then go on from there. £400,000 a week in the wages as well, which is quite good. Club Vision, sign high reputation players. So there's no age limit on here, thankfully. So maybe we go up there and spend big on some big name players. That's what they want to do. Finish in the top half. FA Cup, reach quarterfinals and qualify for Europe as well. We'll ignore the Carabao because that's nobody's really bothered, but they want to reach the quarterfinals. Obviously, trophies is a must for the new owners as well. And then the following seasons is work towards the Champions League qualification. So just before we go into the transfer window, before we come back, we are predicted to finish 7th and 33-1 with the current squad we have got now. So maybe we might improve on that. We've only got Arsenal, Tottenham, Man U, Chelsea and Liverpool and Man City ahead of us. By looks things, 7th position, the best of the rest, is what they're actually probably hoping for. But we'll see what happens as we'll take to the market and try and bring some players in. Right, we've been very busy in the transfer market. There's been a couple of surprise signings. Namely Anthony Elanga. We managed to pick him up from Manchester United. They were quite happy to let him go for some bizarre reason. As well as Fraser on the wings. I wanted Maximum to go on the right hand side. Fraser wasn't as great on the left hand side, but Elanga was available and yeah, we picked him up. Wonder kid, pace and acceleration is just superb. Great dribbling as well. So we're going to utilise him going up the wings. And I just thought it was a great addition. Newcastle have been looking at United players, obviously, because nobody wants to stay at United. And £17 million brings him to Newcastle. 3 games so far. Nothing to show for it as yet, but he had a very, very good pre-season. So hopefully he'll continue and get better. One of the signings we did want to bring to the club was Ivan Toney. He was one of the rumoured players on Newcastle's list. And we decided to bring him in. He's not going to be playing as a target forward. He is going to be as a pressing forward instead. But physicals, mentals, I mean, looks good. Finishing looks even better. He's got a good pace and a bit of acceleration. He's probably at his potential now, but 25 years old. Is a player that Newcastle are looking at, and we do bring him in. But we do part exchange with, I'm not sure who it actually was, to be perfectly honest. But a goal so far in 3 games, 6.73. £30 million, I think it is in total. Yeah, it is just that. But I'm quite happy with him. Between him and Wilson up front, I think they can share the duties and see which one is going to be playing on for next season. Also on that list, and we bring him to the club, is Marco Asensio. Yes, I mean, this was a steal, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'm surprised that Newcastle were rumoured to go in for him. And he's probably one of them players at 25 years old you probably would pick up yourself anyway. He is going to be playing in the cam role as an advanced playmaker, but maybe you ought to bring him in as an attacking midfielder instead, but we'll see. Quite cheap as well, £23.5 million from Real Madrid. I'm shocked they were allowing him to go. 2 assists in 3 games already for us, 6.83. Another player we steal off Manchester United's Christian Ericsson. He was available on a free. United were interested, they're just a little bit too slow. So I thought, you know what, let's bring him to the club. He was happy to oblige. 100 grand a week though. But look how much his value is. We got him on a free and he's worth £90 million. So if somebody comes in for him like Man United next season and want to pay £90 million, yes please. He looks phenomenal. Same with Marco Asensio. That looks absolutely superb. They let him go on a free. I can't believe it. I really can't. But yeah, I'm really happy with that steal. Still can't believe it. At 29 years old, we can at least get another couple of seasons out of him before we let him go. And our last signing, something that United haven't been able to do, is Jurrien Timber from Ajax. We're going to bring him in as a centre-back. And boy, yes. 20 years old, another wonder kid. Potential looks really good. He's almost at his potential already, but he's just going to grow into it and get used to the Premiership as well. But wow, what a steal. £40 million up to 45. Can't argue with that. Man United, again, slow for the uptake. So we've stolen 3 players from Man United. 2 that are on their radar. And, yeah, Elanga, one of the youngsters that they're not prepared to play. So, you know, we'll take them. I don't care. We'll see how they go. I mean, whether or not they're any good remains to be seen. But Timber, we do know how good he can be. So all in all, £240 million spent. Obviously, some of the signings that were pre ourselves. 1.1 million for Pope actually. Remy Savage for 250,000. Target 11 million. 25 million for Ward. Gimenez 36 million. There's a lot of money being paid here that we're just not going to be using some of these players, which seems a little bit of a shame. But you know what? We're rebuilding it our way, so we'll use what we have got and what we brought in. Out the door, it was Mark Gillespie that went to Brentford on a part exchange for Tony. So that was pretty reasonable. Dubravka's gone to Bournemouth for £19 million. And Kieran Clark has gone for 850,000 to Atletico Pamplona. Pre-season's gone really well. Can't moan at all. We didn't really concede many goals either. We played VVV Venlo, Zawal 6-1. There's a 4-0, 4-1. Cologne we beat 3-1. Juventus we even won 3-2. Fulham we beat 2-1 in the first game of the Premiership. Tony and Botman's both scoring. Villa with Christian Ericsson scoring his goal. And then Sheffield United, Ericsson and Botman once more scoring in there. And then we take a heavy defeat against Liverpool, which is probably expected, though, to be perfectly honest. That does leave us in 13th position. Feels like the Forest vibes all over again, but we are predicted to finish a little bit higher than that. There's no Europe this season. FA Cup, we're going to the third, and we have drawn Morecambe in the next round of the Carabao. And the preview for this season is finish 7th, 33-1 to win the league. The best of the rest. That's where we want to be. Bigger signings. Manu bought Zapata for 53 million and Oscar for 47. They mean business this season, clearly. And there's our big signings as well. With Tottenham in between time. Morata from Atletico 34. And Brighton pick up Inacio from Sporting. Wow. And Tottenham pick up Dunk, and Sar's gone to Leicester. Right, okay, let's simulate our first season. We want European place, if at all possible. That's what we're aiming for. So we'll see you guys in just a tick. Right, first season is over, and we finished a disappointing 12th. In fact, it's very disappointing. 20 losses this season with 81 goals conceded. That is wow. We definitely do need to shore up our back line, that's for sure. The centre-back pairing obviously is not going to be working. Then obviously with Timber and Botman. Maybe Botman needs to move out to the left-hand side, I don't know. I don't think he's the strongest of defenders. I was quite surprised when they did pick him up, but I thought he might be quite decent, but we'll see. We'll have a look at how well the individuals have done in just a second. But yeah, minus 29 goal difference, middle of the table. We finished 17 points behind European place, but only 14 away from relegation. Bournemouth, Palace, and Nottingham Forest all go back down. But Asensio gets joint top assists for the season. Tony gets 25 goals, though, for the season as well, behind Haaland. So that's decent. And Trippier with most interceptions made. Did start off with a win, draw and a loss. And then we went on to win 2 more games, Southampton and Chelsea, before succumbing to Wolves at home, then Palace. I mean, we lost to Man United 6-0, beat Forest 4-2. That's kind of nice. Then the wins and losses all the way through December, though. A win followed by 3 losses and then 3 big wins as well. Palace we beat, Forest we beat again. We're losing to Man U and Brighton. Then we go on a run that is very, very poor, in fact. 7 games on the bounce, losing in the league. I mean, that is really bad. Brentford we beat, then we lose to Man City 6-0. So some big defeats in there. 5-1 to Leeds even. 4-1 to Villa. 4-0 to Man. I mean, there's some horrible results in there, I'm not going to lie. The FA Cup, though, we do reach the semi-final. So that's not too bad in a very dire season. Rotherham, Sheffield United Wednesday, Burnley all succumbing to our superiority, clearly. And then Arsenal in the semi-final 2-0. Disappointed to lose after getting that far. And the Carabao Cup, we reached the 4th round, losing to Chelsea after beating Chelsea twice, I think, this season. We beat Morecambe and Sheffield United on penalties. So how did our squad do? We've got a very large squad. And if we go by goals then, so Tony did quite well, 34 goals this season, not bad at all. Botman with 10 in fact. Wow, okay, Botman did quite well in defence. Maybe we give him another go in the central of defence, maybe. I don't know. Maximin with 9 goals, that's disappointing. Elanga with 8, not bad in his first season. Ericsson with 5 and 8 assists. Asensio 2 goals but 20 assists. I mean, and Timber with 2 goals as well. That's not too bad, but not enough goals through the team though. Assist wise, Asensio, Maximum, only ones in double figures. But Ericsson with 8, Elanga 7, Trippier with 5, Target with 4. Not enough from your wing back though. Bruno with 4. Almiron with 3. So not many. I mean, a lot of players not getting enough game time, I feel, but that's disappointing though. Where did they have us finishing in the end? It was 8th, 33-1, and we finished down here. Okay, it's not too far, I guess. We're all still not that far away. Wow, look at that war chest now. We have been given £111 million to spend. I don't think we're going to have any difficulty in spending that, I don't think. Let's go and spend it. Let's go and bring some big players in, and let's see if we can attack this this Premiership next. The first of our signings for this season, for the second season, is Denzel Dunphy, a right back. Now, Trippier is injured. He's been injured for about a good 4 or 5 weeks, and we needed somebody very, very quick in there. Very, very pacey, and the acceleration is really good. I think he's going to take over the that position from Trippier. Trippier, he's still got value on him. He's in his 30s. It might be an idea that we might let him go next season and bring somebody in as a backup to Dumfries. We don't know just yet. £22.5 million it's cost us. Playing at a 7 rating already in his first 4 games. He got 6 assists last season for Inter. Inter were quite happy to let him go for exactly double the price. So I said, yeah, okay, well, we can do that. So thank you very much. And to bring him from Inter as well, it's quite a top player, previously from PSV as well. Next up is Meri Demiral, Turkish. And look at them stats. Look at the orange or the red, whichever way you look at it. It looks phenomenal. A centre-back. Now, Botman did play well in the centre-back position. However, we conceded 81 goals. And to play alongside Timber as well, I think they just need to be a little bit better. And I thought Demiral would be that particular person. He scored a few goals for us already. Quite a hefty chunk of our budget, £43 million. But he's already supplied us with 2 goals in 4 games and playing at a 7.3. Good season last season with Atalanta. Previously with Juventus, Sassuolo as well. And I'm really happy to bring him in. I mean, them stats just speak for themselves. 43 million, I think that's a bargain. And last but no means least, it's Declan Rice. We bring in a top player. Tireless defensive midfield. And he's a modern citizen apparently as well. I mean, again, he's going to have a quite good backup at the back behind him. But we're going to stick him in midfielder. I think he's going to be playing either a DLP or a box-to-box. I'm not quite sure yet which position he is. It's going to be between him and Ericsson playing in midfield alongside each other. So I'm really happy to see what will happen there. But wow, there's talk about a lot of teams coming in for him. And the price, 65 up to £70 million. Not that over the £100 million, the odds that they actually want for him in real life. But Newcastle have managed to get a decent enough player in there. Not playing so well at the minute, but he's just getting used to his position as well, because he's more or less playing as not playing as a DM. He's in midfield, so we'll see what happens there. But I'm really happy we've managed to steal him in. So big names coming to the club, and I think that's exactly what they want. If we just have a look at the club vision, we're on course within the budget. Minimum 4-year contracts, first team, but they're not exactly asking or stipulating what they want. Grow the club's reputation. They're quite happy with that at the minute. So £131 million spent this season, but out the door we say goodbye to Kraft, we say goodbye to Dummett, Fernandez, Hendrick, Shelvey, Lascelles as well, and a couple of other youngsters going out on loan. we weren't going to be playing them, so there's no point hanging on to them, but they are some of the older players as well. Some of them, like Jacob Murphy's gone out on loan, Sean Longstaff as well, he's out on loan, and Dwight Gale as well. We wanted to get rid of him, but it was the only way we had to do it for this season, at least anyway. So if there's a year left on them, then we'll gladly let them go. But apart from that, they'll just run down their contracts. But yeah, really happy with them signings. Can't believe £131 million spent though. The coffers aren't entirely empty, £30 million. Hopefully there's going to be another investment, so that will be quite nice. So the season so far then, it's been okay. We've had a couple of rocky starts with Copenhagen and Derby. Then we get into our groove with a few wins in there as well. Start the campaign against Liverpool, which was a massive improvement. A 2-2 draw with Tony and Demiro both scoring. And we were 2-0 up. Wow, okay, that's disappointing now. Wigan, we beat 4-2 in the Carabao Cup. Fraser and Tony again. Demiro getting the goal against West Ham. We do lose to Man City, who were top of the table currently. And Blackburn, we smash 5-1 with Tony scoring 4 goals. He's looking on fire at the moment, and Maximin getting a goal in the first minute as well, so that's nice to see. So it does leave us 10th in the table, a little bit better than last season, where we started off, I think, with 3 or 4 points, and we were a bit lower down. And we do have Man U in the next round of the Carabao Cup, so that's going to be a tough game. So where does that put us up in the preview then? 7th again, best of the rest, but at this time a 50-1, not 33-1 like we were last season. But we are behind the usual top 6. Right, any of our players in this Dream 11? No, it might be time to get Sterling as well at some point. He is 27 years old. If we manage to nab him one season to go on that one of our wings, that would be quite some feat as well. But we do want to get some big star players in this Newcastle side to help build our reputation and get ourselves into that top 6. Right, let's simulate season 2 and we'll be straight back. Well, we managed to get ourselves into the top 10 finally, but still at a cost. We've conceded a lot less goals this time around and lost a fewer goals. Our goal difference looks remarkably better with a ton load of goals, but still in the minus goal difference. 51 points, 10 points off a European spot. And we're a lot further away from relegation. I think it's a good 19 points away from relegation. So I'm happy with that. Burnley, Blackburn and Fulham all go down. Christian Ericsson is the number 1 for assists in the league, so that's really good. And Maximin with the most dribbles, 4.26 per 90 minutes. So that's really good. And Dumfries, most interceptions made. Not bad for his first season at right back. So what was the story in the league? So after we had a very indifferent start with 2 draws, a loss and a win, we go on a little bit of a rampage. We beat Everton, Brentford, 5-1 in fact. Wow. Southampton, Burnley, Leeds. We draw Fulham and then beat Tottenham, but we lose to Watford and Wolves. That's got to be really disappointing after being on a little bit of a run. We must have been at top at some point. We'll have a look at position-wise where we were before. In fact, let's go and have a look at that now. So position-wise, we must have been near the top. Past positions. Second. We were second for a while and then we just dropped off. Oh dear. That's not what we want to be up there and hold up there if we can. The losses just all keep coming. Chelsea 4-1, Man U 2-1 there. We do beat Villa and Southampton again, but we lose to Burnley. Leeds, Tottenham and Arsenal absolutely smash us. We get smashed by Liverpool and Man U again. We beat Leicester. I mean, 5-3 against Fulham though. That's quite decent. Wolves beat us once again. We lose to Man City. Yeah, so we somehow, some reason, we are conceding an awful lot of goals. I'm only thinking we only need another left back, and then I'm edging towards a new goalkeeper. I'm not sure Nick Pope is up to the task. The FA Cup, though, we do find ourselves in the final, only to get smashed by Man City. So we beat Luton, West Brom, Chelsea and Man U. Wow, in the 5th and quarter-finals. That is absolutely amazing. Middlesbrough in the semis. And then Man City, we lose 4-0. But it's close enough to a trophy, so that's got to be pretty decent. Got to be happy with that. And the Carabao Cup, we lose to Man U, so they do get their revenge, or vice versa. But Maximin and Tony both scored. Tony scoring in both rounds. But yeah, again, to lose on penalties. I mean, were we winning at this point? I think it was pretty much even Stevens. Van der Beek scored for Man U. So squad, let's have a look how well our squad has done. Declan Rice, at least he's looking the part now. I'm very disappointed with the midfield though. I really am, I have to say. Ericsson's now 31. I think we do need another midfielder in there to challenge the two there. At least we can have some sort of backup if one of them is slightly injured. Where's all our goals come from? What happened to Tony? Have we lost Tony? It seems that we may have lost Tony. I'm not sure what's happened here though, but let's have a look at the transfers. Tony went to Arsenal. They must have hit his release clause. £49 million in the January. Wow, I didn't foresee that one at all, and that is absolutely gut-wrenching. £50 million and we lose our striker. Okay, that explains a lot then. Really good. We'll have a look how many goals he did score though, but Demiro got leading goal scorer, our centre-back. Maximin with 10. Callum Wilson obviously picks up the mantle with 10 goals. We do need a striker now. Elanga, 9 and 5, so that's not too bad. He's getting back on it again. Very good high potential though. That's still only 21 years old. Christian Ericsson and Joe Linton, even he's playing. Top assists, Ericsson, Asensio and Sean Longstaff. Oh, he was out on loan. 8 for Maximin. I mean, it's not enough from our wingers though, I have to say. So let's have a look at Tony then. See how well he has done. I'm absolutely amazed he's gone. He scored 16 in 17. It's no surprise. He scored 16 of our goals. I'm absolutely livid. 19 in 19. And then he went on to Arsenal and scored 15 in 20 in the league. It's no surprise really, is it? 31 goals. I mean, did he not get the leading goal scorer? I mean, I'm quite surprised at that. Yeah, second leading. Right, we're going to have to go big and get a striker. What finances are they going to be giving us now then? Another £90 million. Not so much in the wage budget though, but £90 million. We've got to get ourselves a striker. We've got to get ourselves a left back and possibly another midfielder. So another 3 potential signings if we can. I'm absolutely fuming about the striker business though. Wow. Let's go and spend this money. Let's bring in our 3 players if we can get them. And roll on season 3. Right then, just before we get into the transfers, we lose another big player. Demiro, he's gone. He's gone to Chelsea. Chelsea, they activated his release clause and they got him. I can't believe another big player has actually gone. He was our leading goal scorer in the end last season. But he's gone for £54 million. We do make £11 million profit on him, but it's beside the point. 11 goals for us last season, and Chelsea thought, you know what, we could do with him. So they've just gone and snatched him. So really, really gutted. So we lost Tony, and now we've lost Demiro in the same season, as it were. So really, really disappointing. But we're not to be undone. Gabriel Barbosa comes to the club as a striker. Already has been putting the ball in the back of the net, and he looks a massive improvement from Tony and Callum Wilson as well, actually, to be fair. Great finishing, fantastic physicals as well. Mentals look really good. Off the ball and penalty taking. Well, guess what? Who's going to be taking our penalties this season? It's not going to be Callum Wilson, that's for sure. Still yet to score in the league for us, but he has scored several goals in pre-season. 21, rising up to £24.5 million from FLA in Brazil. He just looks absolutely amazing. He really does. So I'm quite happy we managed to get him to replace Tony though. So we're strengthening up our back line. We have brought in, we've just concentrated on the back 4 in this window. We're conceding far too many goals. We just want to make sure that's all shored up. The only thing we haven't done is bought a goalkeeper, but we have brought a left back, Cucurella, 25-year-old, 5'8", very quick and great crossing as well. He can play on the wing anywhere along that left-hand side, but we want him down at left back. That's where he's going to be utilised this season. We do spend quite hefty on him, £50 million in total. 3 games so far, 6.83. It's not too bad, but he's only had a couple of games in pre-season, so he's just probably getting used to us, really, to be fair. So our next signing is Milenkovic, and a centre-back this time. He can play on the right-hand side if need be, but again, very, very physical. It's fairly professional, though, to be fair, and he's a centre-back. So that's a good trait for someone to have who you want to play at centre-back, I guess. But jumping and heading, that's all I need. And he's got to be quick as well, so that's always an added bonus. 41 million rising up to 43.5 million pounds. Yeah, we had a fair bit of money to spend this window, and by gum, we have spent it. So, a striker, a left-back, and a centre-back so far. 7.03. Not too bad at all in his first season in the Premiership. And our final signing is Pascal Struijk. I think he's Belgium. Another centre-back. Yeah, he's fairly professional as well, apparently. So him and Milenkovic will go quite well together. Milenkovic we originally went for first, and then this chap pulled up. He was a slightly more expensive, I think, in the end. But again, we wanted another player at centre-back. We didn't have that many good players in there. And a lot of them we were trying to offload. We are shoring up our back four options. The only thing we haven't done, like I say, is a goalkeeper. But attributes look really good. £50 million dead from Leeds. And originally at the Ajax as well. So I'm really happy to bring him in. 7.3 rating already for us. He's had an assist in the pre-season so far. Or a goal, should I say. So hopefully he's going to do more than he did last season at Leeds. 6.91, he's doing that already quite effectively. But yeah, quite excited to have him on board. So £151 million spent this window, with 8.5 going out the door, and obviously Demiral going out the end of last season. But Manquillo goes for 1.2, Byrne goes for 2.8, Almiron goes for 3.2 as well. Chris Wood has actually gone as well for 1.1. Everybody else is out on loan. That is about it. And a couple on a free as well. Oliver Ribeiro and Seri or Kerry. But apart from that, the transfers have been relatively busy. The pre-season has got off to a flyer, which wasn't too bad. Some of our players coming in later on in the season. But look at that, Freiburg, 5-5. I mean, I think we were just had a second string team in there. Everybody was playing. Sean Longstaff even got a game. Elanga, Joe Linton even played. So a lot of players in there. So Callum Wilson getting a couple. Asensio, Elanga, and there's an own goal there. But 5-5, I mean, what a game. Then we beat Dortmund 2-0 in the friendly as well. Asensio and Barbosa as well. That is a superb result. Before starting against Leeds, which was a 1-1 draw, despite taking the lead through Ericsson. Wolves, we smashed 3-0. We do have difficulty beating Wolves, and I'm quite happy to get that off our chest earlier on. Huddersfield, we smashed 5-1 in the Carabao Cup, and Arsenal inflict our first defeat. It does stick us in 7th position, which is probably the highest position we've been at a certain point, either at the beginning of the season after the transfers or at the end of the season. But that is, if that's anything to go by, that will be quite nice if we can keep that up. But 4 points so far isn't too bad. So let's have a look at the preview. I'm interested, always am. 33-1 now. So we still got the top 6 above us. We're still trying to break into that, but we need to beat teams like Tottenham, Arsenal, United, Chelsea, Liverpool and Man City. Chelsea, on the other hand, with nicking our player, how well are they doing? Not doing too great. I mean, losing to Liverpool, and they beat Villa as well. So with that in mind, let's go and simulate season 3, and we'll see where we'll end up. Well, they say you're supposed to improve each season, and we seem to be doing that. We now finish an incredible 8th position now. And a lot of things have changed. 60 goals scored, and we only concede 48. That is incredibly a lot less than previous seasons. 16 wins, 11 draws and losses. I mean, that's improved no end as well. Remember, we started off with 20 losses. Then we lost 17. Now we've only lost 11. So we started off with a win, draw and a loss. Then we drew with Man U and then beat Sheffield United and lose to Chelsea. It is a little bit of a win-loss situation, losing to Liverpool again. It's the top 6 we tend to be losing to now. A loss to Southampton in December, though, when we were almost unbeaten if it wasn't for that result. Liverpool, we did pull out the hat with a draw. Tottenham, we win as well, so that's not too bad. But a lose to West Ham, things like that have to change. But Brentford, Man City we lose, Man U we lose, Chelsea we get smashed. I mean, the scores are coming down now, but 5 there, 3 against Arsenal even, 4 conceded against Man U as well. I mean, we're talking 12 goals there. That could have helped our goal difference quite a bit. But again, it's improving. There's a lot less losses now. The FA Cup, well, we get knocked out by Leeds in the 3rd round, so not much to talk about there. The Carabao Cup, we get a little bit further. We beat Huddersfield, we beat Middlesbrough, but we succumbed to Arsenal 2-0. Disappointing. Right, squad. Okay, there doesn't seem to be much happening here at all. 3 people reached double figures. Ilanga played a fair bit. 23 games, 10 goals, 7 assists though. That's not bad. A maximum of 12 goals as well. So nice to see our wingers getting in on the action. And Barbosa, just 17 goals. I expected a lot more from him. I have to admit, on 170k a week, I want a bit more. So I'm probably going to give him another season, see how well he does. But to be fair, on them sort of stats, you expect him to do a little bit better, I feel. But goals through halfway through the whole team. Callum Wilson getting a goal as well in one of his very few games. Assist-wise, we get Asensio, Ericsson, Ilanga, Maximum. But again, almost through the whole team. But again, only 2 players getting a double figure assists. It's not looking good at all. Timber just getting the 1 goal this time. Wonder where he actually played though, because he can play right back. So what did our other right back do? Trippier, he played a couple of games. Dumfries, 25 games. So maybe Timber played at the back. What did our 2 centre backs do then? 2 new ones. Cucurella, he got 5 assists to 3 goals. That's not too bad from the left-hand side. Juric, 5 goals and an assist. That's not bad either. And Milenkovic, 1 goal in 36. Well, as long as you stop the ball going in the back of the net at our end, I'm reasonably happy. But overall, it's not. I'm very disappointed. I'm not going to lie. Finance says that they're giving us £110 million. Okay. We've got £290 million in the bank. Wow, where's all this money come from? Sponsorships, maybe? I mean, there's about over £100 million in sponsorships. They're not extending our wage budget though, but we have got £107 million to spend. I'm thinking possibly a goalkeeper now, another midfielder maybe, and possibly a winger. I just feel like our wingers just are not doing enough. Maximin, he's had 3 seasons now. He's just not performed. So maybe we need to look for a right-sided midfielder. Left-hand side I'm not too concerned about just yet. We have got Ilanga. But Ilanga, where's his potential gone? Maybe we do need to look up on this side now. Maybe let them go. £70 million is worth though. Maybe we sell him and bring somebody else in. We shall see. Right, okay, let's go and spend some of this money and we'll be right back with our transfers. So we go on yet another spending spree. Yuri Tielemans is at Newcastle, everybody. In the midfield, he is going to be playing as an advanced playmaker. That's his choice, so we'll let him play there. Christian Ericsson, he wanted to leave. He wasn't very happy about something or other. He's only got a year left on his contract, so we tried to offload him. And that proved to be very, very difficult. But Yuri Tielemans is going to be taking his place, which I'm very, very happy about. £45 million going up to 50. 2 games so far already. And he's already played 1 game for Leicester, but yeah, 2 games for us so far. Stats-wise, looks really good. If we compare him to Ericsson, I think there shouldn't be too much in there. Tielemans is slightly better defensive-wise. Attacking-wise, going forward is Ericsson. And surprisingly, Ericsson's got a little bit more speed, which I'm quite shocked at 32 years old. But there you have it. Next up is Ferran Torres. We did say that Maximin's had his chances. He's had 3 seasons so far. He's not really got to his potential at all. I'm very disappointed. But Ferran Torres, we know how good he is. 24 years old. got quite good physicals on him. Still can grow into the role and what have you. Preferred role is on the left hand side, but I think we're playing him on the right hand side instead. £56 million from Barcelona. They only make £3 million from him, so I'm quite happy from that. Already a goal and an assist, and playing at 7.3. And finally, I'm more expensive midfielder is Ruben Neves, 27 years old, very, very experienced, and we paid quite a bit for him. So yeah, £69 million including add-ons. He's already got a goal for us, played 3 games, very happy with what he's done so far. Playing at 7.5, actually playing really, really well. So very excited with him as well. So £162 million spent this window, so the spending still keeps going up. Christian Ericsson went to Porto for £16 million. He wanted to leave. He was adamant he wanted to leave, and we had no choice in the end. So, but cut price £16 million. Other than that, we would have lost a lot of money next season. He could have gone for a free. But that did help feed the Tielemans offer. I'm surprised that Tielemans was a lot less than Ruben Neves, actually, to be fair. Hayden's gone to Levante. Target's gone to Feyenoord for £7 million. Willock's gone to Sassuolo for 3 and £1.5 million for Fraser to Celtic. And yeah, Jamal Lewis as well, left back, 3.9 million. So we did bring in £33 million, so that wasn't too bad. So far, so good pre-season, not too shabby at all. Getting quite a few goals in there. We do beat Watford in the Premiership in the first game 3-0 with Barbosa and Neves scoring. We got Chelsea. We lost that 2-1. Barbosa netting in the 92nd minute, but the damage is already done by Timo Werner. Burton, we win 3-0 and a 2-2 draw where we were 2-1 up through Torres and Barbosa. Barbosa once again scoring. So hopefully this season he will be netting that 20-30 goal target, which I'm looking forward to. He's got to do it this season. He has to. But yeah, 91st minute equaliser from Saka. So not too happy about that. That does leave us drifting in 9th position currently, but not that far off from the European places. And just to see where we are predicted to finish. I'm not quite sure. I haven't seen this. Oh, 6th. We have climbed a little bit. We're above Tottenham. Wow. Okay, so we're making inroads. Even if it's a place. The top 6, that's where we're at. 25-1. Absolutely huge. And we've just drawn with Arsenal and just lost to Chelsea. So that's massive for us. Oh, I'm really happy about that. But Liverpool bring in Moise Kean for £79 million. Man U bring in Calvert-Lewin for £75 million. Oh, dear Lord. And Giovanni Reina from Dortmund to Arsenal for 70. Teams are spending big, I can tell you. £1.3 billion spent. So let's go and simulate season 4. And hopefully we can break into that top 6. It was going to happen eventually. We have made it into the top 7. And we've finished a credible 5th position. 3 points off a Champions League spot, may I add. We're into the Europa League. And we've by far done our best season in the 4 so far. 21 wins, 10 draws, only 7 losses. Just beaten by Man U and Chelsea for less losses. But 76 goals, by far our most haul. And 45 goals conceded. Again, a lot less than previous seasons. So the goal difference is looking a lot better. 31 when you think when we started right at the very beginning. A minus 29 goal difference. That is just crazy. And Barbosa, what did we say about him? He's got one chance to try and gain 20 to 30 goals. And he has pulled off 30 goals this season in the league. 4 off Erling Haaland and ahead of Lukaku. Absolutely amazing. Asensio gets better as well, 16 assists, and he also gets one of the most chances created as well. And Dumfries, 151 interceptions made. We didn't see or even hear an awful lot of him last season, but hopefully he's back to playing his best at right back. And we are second most chances created in the league with 161 apparently as well. Right, so how did the season unfurl then? So we weren't off to a great start, a win, draw and a loss. And then September, after the window, we beat Man U as well. Wow, That is superb. Barbosa, Torres and Maximin. So Maximin obviously feels very, very threatened. October sees us without a victory though, 2 losses and a draw. And then we just go on a little bit of a run. Look, Burnley, Everton, City we beat 2-1. So we are starting to produce goods against the top 6. Man U, like I said, we won earlier on in September. We almost have an unbeaten December as well. A couple of big scores in there. Leicester 4-3. A Liverpool win 3-1 as well. Excellent. We do lose to Tottenham, weirdly enough. 3 draws and a win follow up in January before we lose to Chelsea. And then we beat Liverpool again. So we've done quite well against Liverpool this season, have we not? 3-1 away from home and 3-1 at home. Elanga scoring 2 late goals. Amazing. And Ferran Torres getting a few goals on the bounce as well. 3-1 win over Southampton. Wolves we win. West Ham we lose. And then almost an unbeaten finish to the season as well. Leeds, Norwich, Everton. Man City a draw 3-3. Tielemans getting on the goal. And Callum Wilson. Wow. A 92nd minute equaliser after Foden had put Man City into the lead with just a minute to go. Then we beat Arsenal and Brentford. We do lose to Man U though at the last game of the season. But could that really given us a 4th spot in Champions League spot? I really do hope not. But a 9th minute winner from Calvert-Lewin though. The FA Cup, we've only just gone and won it. Wow. We have come close before. We did get to the semi-finals, I think it was a season or 2 ago. We didn't do too particularly well last season, but this season we beat Swansea, Luton, Wolves 4-3, pivotal game there. West Brom 1-0, Brighton 1-0. We didn't really see any big teams in there, none of the top 6. But Brentford in the final. Just let that sink in. Brentford in the final. Barbosa and Cucurella scoring in the final. Wow, that's just cool. We get a trophy at least anyway in this save so far. It's been coming. And I think it's well deserved. The Carabao Cup. Wow, we get to the semi-finals in this competition. We beat Burton, Middlesbrough on penalties, West Ham only just, Watford by the 1 goal. We draw with United at home, 3-3. And we were 3-1 down in that game after taking the lead through Declan Rice. Callum Wilson probably comes on as sub and scores a couple of goals as well. So to get us to a 3-3, but we go away to Old Trafford and we just get mauled. Rashford, Bruno, Brandt and Lamar scoring for United. Maximin getting the equaliser though, but we do succumb in the last half hour of that game. So squad-wise, looking very trimmed now. So let's have a look how well we... Wow, okay, Barbosa, that's much, much better. And as you can see, there's a lot more goals throughout the whole team as well. 38 from 49 from Barbosa. Maximin gets 16 goals. Torres, 14 goals. So does that mean Maximin played on the left-hand side? Is that where we should have been playing him? Defender Pascal, 7 goals. Excellent. Declan Rice, 7 with 10 assists. That's pretty darn good. Joe Linton even gets a few games as well. 5 goals. Marco Asensio with 50. I was going to say 50 goals there. It's not 50 appearances. 4 goals and 20 assists. Wow. So some more. Callum Wilson, Cucurella gets in the act as well. Elanga as well. A few games with a couple of goals. Tielemans, 2 goals, 8 assists. I expect a little bit more considering he's at a playmaking position. But okay, we'll accept it as it is. Milenkovic, just the 1 goal. He's obviously stopping it going the other way, so I'm happy with that. So how did Pope do? Dumfries, actually, 2 assists. Okay, Nick Pope. How well did he do this season? I still feel we do need another goalkeeper, though. But he is conceding considerably less and another clean sheet, so 11. 17 overall this season. 10 last season overall. Played a lot better, but then again, we did get to the cup competitions, the latter stages though. So if we head up to the assists, I mean there's a lot more assists throughout the whole team though. 20 for Asensio, Maximin and Torres and Rice all in double figures. Tielemans with 8, Barbosa with 4 assists considering he's been putting them away as well. Cucurella, Neves getting a couple of games, not many games though, but he has been getting a couple of games with a goal and 3 assists. But that is a pretty damn good account of ourselves in this division. I think we've had a really, really good season it has to go down as a very, very good one. Where did they expect us to finish in the end then? It was a 5th place finish, though, 15-1 in the end to win the league. We were very, very close, but still. Oh, Timber and Rice. They are in the Dream 11, finally. Excellent stuff. So financials then. As we're in Europe, we're going to be given £136 million. Wow. I'm just hoping nobody's left this early. So if we have a look at transfers, anybody really gone? No, nobody's gone since the last one. So that's okay. Nobody's gone yet though. So I'm happy about that. But £136 million to spend. We're in Europe. We're going for the final push this season. We need possibly, I think, a top goalkeeper. We do need another winger. Not sure where though. And possibly a left back. Actually, no, Cucurella played really well, didn't he? I just think either, I think a cam as well. Asensio played really well. We'll see what he's like. But a goalkeeper and another winger, I feel, is what we need. And maybe a cam, because if I don't think we've got anybody else apart from Joe Linton that can play in that position. So let's go and spend this wonderful money, and we'll come back and we'll show you what we've done. Right, for the final time in this rebuild, few more transfers to go through. Mateus Cunha, he comes in as a cam role. That's where we want him to play, actually, to be fair. I didn't realise he could play all them positions. Asensio was asking to leave. He's now since changed his mind, but it is going to be a battle between them two. Joe Linton was the other chap that was available to play cam, but I think that this guy will be a little bit better, I think, with them sort of stats. So him and Asensio are going to battle it out there. But we bring him in for £11.5 million from FLA in Brazil. That was his release clause. We had some money left over. We decided to go and spend it. And 7.13 with an assist already. Next up is Nicolas Gonzalez, Argentinian. He's going to be playing on the left-hand side, I was expecting. That's where I want him to play. Winger on support. He looks really good as well. 27 years old, though. So we haven't gone really young. We've gone for players that are with experience. I think we're trying to do a different sort of rebuild this time. Newcastle wanted big-name players right at the start of the rebuild. I'm not sure if they have actually changed their mind. Let's have a quick look. Not really. They've not specified what sort of players they want, so we decided to just go in anybody that's good enough to play for the club. He's got brilliant pace and acceleration. Dribbling as well is excellent. And we bring him in for, well, a meagre £75 million. I think that's all with add-ons, I'm sure it is. But already a goal in his 3 games. Keeping up with the sevens. He had pretty good last few seasons with Fiorentina as well, who make an absolute packet on him, may I add. But 11 goals, 8 goals. I mean, he's done really well. 83 goals he's been involved in 239, 70 of him scoring. So hopefully he'll get a few more assists along the way as well. And finally, we said we wanted another goalkeeper. And Diego Costa seems to be the go-to goalkeeper in any rebuild at the moment. And he's just by far better than Pope. That's all I can say. And if he can keep a few clean sheets, then great for me. £78 million, rising up to 88. He doesn't concede an awful lot. He's already had 2 clean sheets for us already. And only just conceded the 1 goal. 7.4 easily. His well, actually not easily. 20 clean sheets that season though. Wow, for Porto. He's done pretty well in Portugal. And he finds his way to the Premiership. So all in all, £165 million spent this season. Out the door, nobody. We've not sold anybody. There's a few that went out on a free. Kande, Sherber, Longstaff has gone. Ore as well, Guthrie. And I'm sure some people left out on a free. Released players. Did we release any of the big ones? Darlow, we did have a testimonial for him as well, but he went on a free. So heading into the pre-season, we were quite solid. One scoreline that stands out there is a 7-0 win over PSV. Pascal Struijk, hat-trick. Our centre-back. Amazing. We do start off with a loss against Chelsea, though, in the Community Shield. So we don't win another trophy, but I forgot all about the Community Shield until it popped up. But yeah, 2-1 loss. Disappointing considering we were 2-0 down. We did get one back with 10 minutes to go. Just wasn't enough. But yeah, damage had already been done by them. Brighton we beat 2-0. West Brom 1-1, disappointingly. Yeah, we had to get an equaliser from that one away from home. But Arsenal, we made up for it with Barbosa with a brace, a 2-0 victory. So that does land us in 4th position currently, which is quite nice. Level on points with everybody else above us. Even Villa are above us now. Well, Man City are below us. Man U are below us. Tottenham are below us as well. Well, hopefully they'll stay there. We do draw Sparta Prague, Celtic and Antwerp in the Europa League. And we've drawn Leicester in the Carabao Cup. We're fighting on 4 fronts here. Hopefully we might get 1 trophy out of all of that. We are predicted to finish an incredible 4th position. Level on odds with Man U as well. 17-2. Arsenal to finish below us. Tottenham as well. Any other big teams there to finish below us? No, not at all. But Man City, Liverpool and Chelsea above us. We're going to try and break that as well. Rice and Timber are our main players in the Dream 11, and that's pretty nice to see as well. Big signings, we do take the top spots, but Barcelona take Richie off Man City 53, but Man City do get DeMarco for 52. Arsenal pick up Tuchemini from Real Madrid, and they also pick up Aaron Hickey from Bologna as well. So they've been spending a bit of money, and Liverpool. The early addition really of note is the Gabbia from Juventus. So let's simulate for the final time. Season 5 is just around the corner, and we'll see you guys in just a second. Right, for the final time in this rebuild, we finish 5th once again. Stats look a little bit worse than last season, but 21 wins all the same, 6 draws, 11 losses, 64 goals, 47 against, 17 goal difference. Not a very good goal difference though, but 47 goals, we're keeping it low-ish. But that's not bad, but we do break into the top 6, top 5 now, and we have got a... Is that a Champions League spot we've got? Oh, wow, my word, that is phenomenal. Newcastle in the Champions League next season. That is just crazy. And look at that, Chelsea finish above us on goal difference. Wow, we just finished ahead of United as well. And we're only 5 points off Man City and Arsenal, who are 3rd and 2nd. Barbosa, 3rd top goal scorer with 23 goals, so not as much as last season. Ferran Torres, though, 25 chances created. And Dumfries, again, interceptions made. So the league results then. So we beat Man City in September. That's not bad. We go unbeaten until we lose our first game against Leicester. And then we have another couple of defeats, Tottenham and Liverpool. But we do beat Chelsea in between time. Almost an unbeaten December, losing to Man U 5-2. Wow. That's got to hurt. Another loss following up afterwards, though, a 2-0 loss to Southampton. And then we're going on a little bit of a run here, including a 3-1 victory at home against Man United. So we do get our own back on them in the end. And then look at this towards the end of the season. Liverpool, we win 3-2. Wow. And then what on earth? We lose to Man City. Oh, we lose to Chelsea first, then Man City, then Everton, Arsenal, and West Ham. That's cost us maybe a 2nd place in the end. That's outrageous. So let's have a look at past positions. So where were we? We did get as high as 2nd and then 3rd, and we just couldn't hang on to it. We just couldn't hang on. We just dropped off. The FA Cup, we get as far as the semi-final, beating Bolton after a replay. Charlton, Bristol City, Burnley, and we lose to Leicester in the semi-final. Disappointing not to get to the final, but again, we're in the latter stages. Carabao Cup, Leicester do us over again. Wow, okay. Leicester seem to be that team this season against us, which I'm not enjoying one little bit. Our run in the Europa League, we get to the final, we win! And look who we beat. We beat Arsenal 2-0 with a Kuna brace. In the end, oh my word, I mean, did we not have a full squad? Wow. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So, start off with then in the league stage, we draw with Celtic and smash them 5-0. We beat Sparta Prague 3-2. And Antwerp we beat twice. So, we obviously finished top of that group. 17 goals for against, quite convincingly actually. Celtic do qualify for the next round. So in the second knockout round, we played Galatasaray, winning 7-3 on aggregate. Juventus, we beat 3-1 on aggregate. Excellent. Ferran Torres, Barbosa with a couple of goals. Bayern Leverkusen, 5-1 on aggregate over the 2 games. And wow, we get another trophy. 2 trophies this rebuild. Tottenham finished down in 12th position, would you believe? Brighton, West Brom and Huddersfield go down. But yeah, there's confirmation of winning the Europa League. The FA Cup was won by Arsenal in the end, so they get to the final, but we lose to Leicester twice. Liverpool won the Carabao Cup, and there's confirmation of our runners-up in the Charity Shield. But on 5 fronts there, we do manage to get a trophy in the end. 20% success rate. I think that's pretty good. And we're getting better in the league as well. Squad-wise, let's have a quick look. 43-goal Barbosa. Absolutely amazing. I'm sure most of that will have come in Europe. But that's phenomenal. 1 assist though, so he was being greedy all the way throughout, which I don't blame him. Centre-back Pascal, 12 goals. Second leading goal scorer. Wow, amazing. Ferran Torres with 11 goals. We've got Gonzalez in his first season, 11 and 9 assists. Torres got 12 assists actually. Cunha, 9 and 8. That's brilliant as well. Declan Rice, 7 and 11. Asensio, 15 as well. I mean, a lot of people getting involved. Cucurella, 9 assists. And Dumfries, 6. Did Timber play? Did Timber play at all? Let's have a look. Timber. Where are you? There you are. 46 games you played, 2 and 3. Milenkovic, 3 and 1. He got 30. I mean, they've been playing a lot, haven't they, really? Our back 4. A lot of games involved. Assist-wise, 15 then for Asensio. Ferran Torres, then Declan Rice in double figures as well. Cucurella, Gonzalez, Cunha. I mean, right through the whole team as well, which is a pretty darn good. Diogo Costa, how did he do? 9 clean sheets. Oh, dear. Okay, it could be improving in the second season though, I guess. But 9 clean sheets. I expected a little bit more than that, I have to say. But to be honest, he's got a very strong back 4 in front of him. But 16 clean sheets overall. Yuri Tielemans, 1 and 6 as well. I mean, it's not bad. It's not a bad performance throughout the whole team though. That's where we're going to leave it in this rebuild. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you watched it this far, thank you very much for your support. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Smash that like button as well. It does help with the algorithms. And let me know down in the comments, are these the type of transfers that you would have done? Or if there are anything different that you did do, please let me know. If there's another rebuild you would like me to do as well, please let me know down in the comments. And until the next one, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.